Hit the red subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss another update from Techetarian.
Hello friends, this is Harsh Trivedi from Techetarian, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a long shadow text in Adobe Photoshop. I know I've already created a video on this, so if you haven't watched that, you can simply click on the I button popping right now from the top right corner of your device. Or you can stick to the end of this video so that you can learn a much more easier way to do the same. Let's get started by creating a new document of your desired size. For me, 1920 x 1080 pixels works smoothly, so I'll use the same, and after that select the text tool and then choose the font you want. And now type out something interesting, just like our channel name. Now that you have created a beautiful looking text, simply rasterize it by right-clicking on the layer and choosing the rasterize type option. And now that you have rasterized the layer, we'll bring it to the very center by choosing the free transform option under the edit menu. Or you can press Ctrl+T to do the same. Drag the layer to the center using your mouse and look how cool your text is looking. Now that we have created a layer and placed it in a perfect position, we'll duplicate the layer by pressing Ctrl+J, and then we'll free transform the duplicated layer by pressing Ctrl+T. And then we'll reposition it by pressing the down arrow key and the right arrow key one by one. And now when you have followed all that, here comes that one shortcut key for which I have created this video. Press Ctrl, Alt, Shift and T all at once to repeat the previous steps that include duplication of the selected layer and then repositioning it. You have to keep pressing this shortcut key until you get a good long trail of layers bumped up onto each other with a slight difference. Now when we have created the layer that looks like a long shadow, we'll make it even longer, but first of all, we'll merge all the duplicate layers into a single layer by selecting all the duplicate layers while pressing down the Shift key and then pressing Ctrl+E to merge. And move the merged layer below our rasterized layer. And now we have to repeat the process of duplication and repositioning of the layer, but this time we'll be applying the bulk of steps on the merged layer and not the rasterized layer so that we can cover a big distance with small efforts. And after all the merging, duplicating and repositioning, we'll invert the color of our rasterized layer so to have a look how our long shadow looks. And as you can see, our long shadow text looks just perfect, but to make it more realistic, we'll replace the merged layer with a new layer and cover it up with a gradient instead of a solid color, as we discussed in our previous tutorial. Link to that video will be in the description box below. After completing all the steps, you can further stylize the rasterized layer and change the background as per your need. That's it for this video. Like, share and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.